What's up guys, Saksham and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So if you have not already been in the talk, if you haven't already heard from pretty much everyone, haven't really just heard it, read it anywhere, this week, coming Monday, 3rd June 2019 is WWDC, Worldwide Developer Conference by Apple, the 2019 one, and it's more focused on software. So you have an iPhone, you have a Mac, you have an Apple TV, all this run on software, whether it's iOS, macOS, watchOS or tvOS. This particular event, the announcements, everything that happens related to software usually happens up here. Now, yes, they don't really focus on hardware, but sometimes they do. So I do have something regarding that. I will talk to you about that towards the end. But basically, we're going to be talking about iOS, macOS, tvOS, watchOS, everything that's been on the World Wide Web, WWDC. Okay, so everything that's been happening on the web, rumors, leaks, or what I think could be coming, or what I'm actually excited to see in this event, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow, if you see this, if I upload this on Saturday, and you're seeing this on Sunday, and then tomorrow, otherwise just take another day. But basically it's on Monday. It's supposed to start 1 PM Eastern, or actually I think it's 10 AM California time, not sure, but I will actually be live streaming the whole event. So make sure to press the subscribe button, follow me on Instagram or Twitter, because all the information regarding that I will be putting out there. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it. Now, before I get into it, I want to point something out. Few people actually ask me, how do I make these videos? Like, I know it's off topic, but usually I have my iPad. I do prepare scripts, not word to word, but about the topics or what I want to cover, and then I annotate them. So with an Apple Pencil, I annotate my whole notes and highlights what are really important topics, so I can take a glance, just take a look and just talk about it. So first thing we're talking about is iOS, what's new, what could be coming, and number one on that list is like the topmost on the list is dark mode. Now, Apple has already released dark mode. It's not the first thing that's going to come into that Apple ecosystem. If you know, last year with macOS Mojave, she enabled dark mode. I run on, like all my Macs run on dark mode. I love it, and I cannot wait to get that on my iPad, on my phone. So I'm really excited to see that. Now, another thing that really pushes me or takes me to the point, like to agree that dark mode is coming. So a few weeks back, I was actually texting someone, and there's a glitch on iMessage where what happened was the taskbar, or the way with the App Store or the Swish thing is where you see all those icons, actually turned black and white. Not black and white, it actually enabled dark mode. So all the icons were so good. It was a dark themed layout, and I tried so many times before I actually recorded this video to initiate that and somehow record that, but just couldn't. I forgot how I did it. But in iMessage, this already dark mode enabled. Now you cannot access it. If it happens, sometimes it's a glitch while opening that drawer. That was the term, the drawer that happens right above the keyboard. So dark mode is actually already in iOS. So I cannot actually wait to see this in the whole operating system. So everywhere you go, it won't be in apps, it will be like throughout the phone, iPad, black mode. So that's number one. So the second one that I personally want, just Apple, just do it. Why? It's actually everyone who uses iOS wants this, is the volume button. So you see this, right, with this iPhone or iPad, and my iPad. See the volume button, how it just comes right in the middle, the volume indicator, how much the volume is. I hate that. Like, Apple has done this. If you're playing a video or something and then you change the volume up down, it happens on the corner. You cannot notice. It does not disrupt the video, but it needs to be throughout the whole system, because you're watching or you're doing something, you want to increase the volume or decrease it, that UI just pops up in the front, and then it's like so annoying. You have to wait or pause until that goes away. So I've seen leaks, I've seen pictures of Apple putting it on iPhones on the left side. I'm not sure how they're going to do that with the iPads, but that's one thing I so want in this update. So this Monday, I'm actually going to be waiting for that. That happens flat on. I'm going on beta versions. I will be actually going over every single thing Apple releases with iOS, macOS. I do a beta softwares and stuff, so I will be going over all that, showing you how it looks before its actual release. Usually the actual release is around 13th September. That's when they actually release the software, but let's see how that goes. Maybe it's early, maybe it's not. So another rumor or leak that I've read a lot about it. I don't understand what's going on with this. So it's bedtime. So many people said, many insiders who leaks Apple stuff, they said that there's going to be new bedtime mode, like a night mode. So right now there's already a night mode released by Apple, which is called Bedtime, and I love it. I use it every single day. So they said they're going to bring that to control panel. So the control panel is where you get those options. Love it. It's going to be there. It's easy. But then in the insider stuff, they said it's going to have where it goes to do not disturb. So when you're in sleep or when the mode is on, if someone calls you, it doesn't ring. but that already happens right now. Like when my phone goes on do not disturb while bedtime, like if someone calls me something, it does not notify me, it does not light up. So I mean, I'm a bit confused what exactly they're talking about, because I couldn't really find any information that's worth sharing, because that's already out there. And if you're on the latest iOS right now, you already have this feature. If you go on the clock, it's set bedtime, and I use it. I'm not sure what exactly it's coming for that. Now moving on to iPads. Now it's still in iOS category. One thing I love with my iPad, I'm not sure not everyone is multitasking. I saw Galaxy Fold, I'd made a video about it, how Samsung brought three window multitasking, and I was like, right now on my iPad, I have an iPad Pro 10.5 inch. I can run 5 apps at the same time. 2 full-on split screen, 1 a hovering screen, and then on top of that, FaceTime call or normal call, and video player. The actual inbuilt video player is not a YouTube player. So if you just play a video on Safari, it opens up a window. You can go home screen, that's still on the side. You can have 2 windows, a FaceTime call, and a hovering screen, and it just works so good. Like I don't see a single like, oh, it's lagging or it's just freezing. I don't see that, and I love that. So Apple, one of the rumors were they're going to make 3 multitasking windows. So instead of having 2, so for example I have this, I can bring something up like a files app. Let's put that on the right side, right? I got 2 apps. Now they're going to bring 3, and you can have 3 apps simultaneously working along with the top of screen. That's going to be like so good. Just imagine having 6 apps. I mean, here's the thing, no one is going to use 6 apps multitasking, but if you have that option, you have that feature, you will not want, like, you won't regret it. Here's the thing, you want to have 2 pictures or 2 tabs, then you want to add a picture, you just open another one, 3 windows. That's pretty good. I got some renders, as you can see on the screen. They looks nice, like they look really nice. So I will love that on the iPads. Especially another thing is so amazing, that's, I'm pretty sure it's going to come. It's still a rumor, but so many people actually made the US of it, how it will look on Apple, is mouse support. So right now on iPads, you can actually connect an Apple keyboard or any Bluetooth keyboard and use it as an actual computer keyboard. You can use all the shortcuts, everything. I do that with my Magic Keyboard. I can connect that with my iPad, but I do have the Magic case, so I use that. But having a keyboard support and a mouse support, I don't then see any difference for Apple to actually not call this a replacement for PC. I know many people are like, you cannot replace an iPad and a PC, but I mean, in my point, right now, you can. But having a mouse, like a separate mouse to actually use on an iPad, having that cursor on the iPad, is just going to change the game. Like, it's going to be like a game changer on the iPad, make it to the next level. It's going to make it why everyone will want an iPad. Like, let's just say not everyone would even have a MacBook. What they would do, they will have a high-end iMac, and then they will have an iPad to do all the portable work, because this is really powerful. I can edit my 4K videos on this. I can Photoshop, I have Affinity Photos, I use it all the time. It's an amazing piece of hardware, piece of tech. It's so powerful with all chips. So having a mouse support is really going to take it up to a notch. So I cannot wait for that. So there are lots of features that I'm like so want like dark mode, the volume fix. Not so into bedtime stuff because that's already in there, but having a mouse is like going to be the best thing. Now obviously what other changes with iOS would be like the default Apple apps like Find My iPhone, maybe reminders, all this stuff. They will obviously get a UI upgrade, make them look more new. Like if you know the news app, the music app, they're all got updated. They look really good. So I'm like just like the App Store. So I'm pretty sure they're going to take all these default apps and make them something different, because I would love that. People hate reminders app. Most of them I know, most of the people I know, they don't like using reminders. I don't know why. I love using it. I use it every single day, mainly because of the Apple ecosystem. Here's the thing, Apple is already updating all the other apps, making them look more modern. So having the reminders app actually upgrade, I'm already using it. Me upgrading that app will make me use it even more. And a nice thing I like about reminders, I can see what I've done and what I've not done. I know other apps do it, but then having iCloud sync, like I can put something on my iPad, have it on my phone, watch, and Mac. It's just amazing. So I would love to see the reminders app updated. Now while I'm on the actual topic of apps, right, we're talking about the default apps. The one app other than the reminder that I would like to see personally changed is the mail app. I use Google's Gmail app, but I don't use any Outlook or any other app. I keep all my other accounts in my mail app. On my MacBook, on my iMac, I actually just have the default mail app. And the problem with that isn't much. It's a good app, it works, but just looking at all the other apps, what other companies have done. If you have stayed online or looked around, Google have updated the Gmail app and made it so nice. Like they have so many things like, oh, you can switch accounts easily, you can block people, have all that kind of stuff, or custom gestures and all this stuff. It's so amazing. And now I'm pretty sure from what I've heard, the rumors, Apple is going to do the same. They're going to update the mail app, make it more modern, having automatic features. So automatic reply, you can set artificial intelligence replies. Like Google offers this for a while now. Like it has been good 4 years Google is offering this, as for what I've read and seen. So that's one app that's more of the app that I use daily. So even the reminders, sure, I don't use it daily on my iPad, but having a mail app refreshed and looking more modern like the Gmail app is going to be the best thing. So the last thing that I found interesting from research, looking at all the rumors and listening to the videos, is the message app. Now if you are an iMessage fan, it's a great thing, especially if someone doesn't have a phone number, you can still text them or call them using FaceTime. What has been rumored, or many people have even made it full-on UI designs of this, is Apple is going to convert the Messages app or change the look of it to more like a WhatsApp look. So where you actually have a profile picture and you can have a bio, but in fact, instead of everyone being able to view that and open up, they're going to make it option who do you want to view and who do you want it to hide from. So if that comes, that's amazing. It's just going to change the look of the app. It's already amazing. I like the look of the Messages app, but having an actual profile picture and all this stuff, it's just going to be great. It's the same thing as WhatsApp. Then you iMessage someone and they just see your number, at least they have a picture to see who you are, or you can set your own name. So not a bad feature to have on iMessage. Like I would not mind having that. So that was pretty much the stuff that I found so interesting with iOS that I want to share. Now let's go over to Mac. Now obviously we don't know which Mac operating system version the name is going to come. Usually it's going to be surrounded somewhere around the mountains of California. However, if you just look at the version, it will be 10.15. And one thing on top, Apple actually already have told us, I'm pretty sure they're going to just do a final release this Monday, is a special program, or more like a platform integrated they're starting for developers. I'm an Apple developer, I've made apps. With this, basically your iOS apps can come into Mac. So let's just say Google, they made a Gmail app, right, for iOS and iPads. Now to convert that app into Mac, they cannot just convert it. They have to, from scratch, they have to start an app again for macOS. With this platform, I'm not sure about the name yet because I did research, couldn't find the name. But with this platform, basically developers, you use Xcode to create an app in. You just press one checkbox and it will automatically convert your iOS app into a Mac app. You will have way more apps on macOS. Now let's just say I personally use Gmail app up here, then I can just have it on the App Store instead of going on like on the Mac App Store, instead of going in Safari, searching Google or Gmail or using native apps. So there are lots of apps that people use every single day, and being able to just have that on every single platform is just amazing. For example, everyone uses Twitter, everyone uses Instagram. These are the apps. They are not on the App Store, not on the Mac App Store, just because the creators, the developers of those apps will have to recreate the whole thing, and that's just lots of work and lots of wastage of money for them. So what they're going to do, now just press that one checkbox, enable it, and it will automatically be on the Mac App Store. Take it this way, with this, right now the iOS App Store is up here and the Mac App Store is down here. But with this, being able to check and convert any app into a Mac App Store, the both will just be straight. And then it's just good for us as a consumer or user that we get all those options. Now we can actually download stuff on the Mac. To summarize everything I said, it's universal apps, a win for everybody. Like if you have an app for iOS, you have it on Mac. That's simple. Many people ask me, and it's like more of a question, Apple actually answered this, is Apple ever going to merge iOS and Mac together, like the operating systems together? And Apple really clearly, like simply answer this, no. Okay, and I actually agree with that no, because these are two different platforms, they should never be combined. And that was another reason why I switched from Windows, because the day they combined Windows with the tablet form and a Mac form, I was like, I'm not. So it's a really good thing. They both are not coming back ever. Apple has said it, they are not combining it together. However, with this feature, the iOS apps will be able to take advantage of the MacBooks or iMacs. Like for example, a MacBook, you get the advantage of a trackpad, a proper keyboard, a touch bar. So all that stuff just is more advantage to the users who are using it, or it's easier for the app developers to make apps. So another thing which was actually quite unexpected, I did not expect this to happen, is many people have rumored that iTunes will actually be going away. So the iTunes app on the dock that manages all your music, backs up your phone, is going to go away, and it's going to be replaced with the music app, which will do all that. I don't know why will Apple do that. I actually like iTunes app. I don't use it for music transfer a lot. The only time I will use it if I really want to put music on my phone. Usually I use it for wireless backups with all my devices. So I'm not sure how they're going to bring that back on another app. Maybe they will create a new app, but let's see how that goes. And lastly, this is really cool. This is the one I'm excited for so much. So what's rumored is Apple will actually, so right now if you open any window on a Mac, you see three options: red, yellow and green on the top, which is close, minimize or maximize. Lots of rumors have been that they're going to have one more option which will let you use an iPad or another iOS device because of this multi-app thing that they're doing. So you can have iOS apps. They will actually let you use your iPad screen as an external monitor with almost no delay, and that's going to be amazing. Like, here's the thing, I'm working on something, I'm outside, I don't have another display to connect with the MacBook. Oh, no worries, just put my iPad nearby, just drag it over to my iPad, have an external monitor or something. And if you have like the bigger iPads, like 12.9 inches, that's just amazing. You like have a full-on display. So that's one feature in macOS I'm so waiting for Apple to put on. I'm pretty sure it's going to work really good. You won't need any wires to connect. I'm not sure how the delay is going to be, because I mean technically it should be pretty good. You have hands off, you have AirDrop, so I'm pretty sure the delay is not going to be that much. But let's see how that goes. And if that is possible, if Apple does do that, what has rumored been, you will be able to use the iPad not just as a monitor but as its own display. So when I mean display, you will be able to use your finger to move on the page. So let's just say I have a Safari page dragged onto my computer, onto my iPad, I will be able to use my finger. If not, I own an Apple Pencil, so I can actually use the Apple Pencil. And for artists and all those creators, it will be so useful, because then you have your MacBook, right? Let's just say you're creating an image in Photoshop. Oh, you need that personal touch. You can just do it with a mouse or trackpad. Oh, no worries, just put it on the iPad, get your Apple Pencil out and just do it. This, believe me, this will be like a game changer for iPad and a MacBook or iMac combo. So that's like the perfect. Usually nowadays, even I have a Wacom tablet, I will connect that, and it's a hassle, so it's just going to make it so much better. So now finishing all with macOS, now just jump into watchOS 6 and tvOS. I haven't heard much with what's going to happen in watchOS, other than that it might get its own app store. So right now watchOS, the watch operating system, does not have a dedicated app store. It does have one within the watch app, but I would love to actually have a dedicated app store. With the rumors, what they said, you will be able to use a watch and download apps directly onto the watch, and you won't need the phone. But obviously there will be app on the phone, so you can still, if you want to, you can download. Now second thing that I think every watch should have, every smartwatch should have, is a dedicated calculators app. With Apple's rumors, they said it's going to come onto watch, a dedicated calculator built-in app. So you need a calculator, that's right, just take the watch out, and all these necessary apps that you might want onto the watch is going to be there. So that's something you look in. And other than all those two, the only thing I know that could come to watchOS is more faces, more colors. That's what I've heard. More bright faces. There's a California look with different types of fonts, so I would love to try that out and just see what new faces come, because I usually change my face every single day after my watch. So I would love to see more faces, customizable, maybe more customizable options. So that's something to see tomorrow. Hopefully you're watching this on Sunday, so tomorrow, and I will be covering all the topics, everything they release in the video. So subscribe, that way you get notified. And lastly, tvOS. Now there is not much in tvOS that could just come out, just because they've recently released a new TV. Sorry for that, but my camera just stopped recording after that point. Like, I mean, not exactly that point, but a bit after. Like when I was talking about tvOS, it just stopped recording, so I'm just going to finish it again. I'm just reshooting, I'm editing right there, because I want to get this video out tomorrow morning. So getting back onto tvOS, what I was saying was, I don't think Apple is going to release much with the software, the tvOS, just because they recently released the new Apple TV app, much improved. I love the UI, it's simple but so clean, looks modern. I love that. I use it almost every single day, so it's pretty good. So because of that, I don't feel like they're actually going to release another update to that, because that just came out like a month or so ago. Apart from that, one thing that could come out, I'm not 100% sure. Didn't really hear anything on rumors about this, like maybe one or two people actually talking about, is Apple Arcade. So Apple Arcade, they introduced this in March, and it was pretty much like the idea of having Apple's own gaming platform, gaming subscription service. So that could come to Apple TV now or maybe in the future, but I'm pretty sure it will come sometime throughout this 2019. So that's pretty much it on my thoughts, what I think, what I've known, what I've seen, what I've read, what I've watched, all about Apple rumors of tomorrow's E1 WWDC 2019, all software based. I'm so excited to see what's actually coming, how many of these rumors are actually true, because from the list, you know, there's so many things that I do want to come on the spot, like just come, but I'm not sure if it will even come or when it will come, because sometimes it could be like it's coming sometimes in 2019 or start of next year. So one more day wait to see what actually happens. So once again, I will be doing a live stream for this event, so it's a good idea to press the subscribe button and the bell notification so you get notified when I start the stream. And also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. It's at Saksham5j, because I will be putting every single live stream details over there on a story or as a post, so or as a tweet. So it's a good idea to follow me there and also subscribe to the channel. Now if you like this video, all my concepts of whatever I talked about the WWDC, make sure to press the like button. If you have any questions, maybe you have an idea what could happen in WWDC, leave a comment below and let's see what actually happens. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.